Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. My name is Christian, this is Charles. We're the Honest Watch podcast.
And we have got some fun for you today.
We do.
But before we get there, wrist check. Let's go.
This is the Ball Marvelite Engineer 36mm. I've been wearing it for God knows how long. I've worn it probably every single podcast we've had, apart from one, I think.
Yeah.
Love this watch, don't really take it off. Fantastic.
He'll have a different one on next time, promise.
That's it. And you, go.
I've got my Daytona on today, the new reference Panda. It's got the nice steel bezel around the outside of the ceramic.
The only thing I don't like about it.
Well, that's what most people like about it.
Steel bezel. No, the other one is just smooth strike, classic watch.
Anyway, under it.
Beautiful watch anyway.
Anyway, yeah, that's what I've got on.
Lovely.
And we will get into our topic.
So we are going to completely steal this idea from every other podcast ever.
Yeah.
We're going to do best watches, in our opinion, under 1,500, 5,000 and 25,000.
Yeah, that's it.
Yep.
Yeah, so I thought those categories would hopefully allow in 3 different types of conversation, because also having watched loads and loads of YouTube videos on these types of things, heard loads and loads of podcasts on these types of things, the ones that are really boring are the ones where they're very, very similar conversations for each step.
Yes.
You know, you don't want to be talking about budget divers for an hour, or you don't want to be talking about luxury Jacob & Co. crap for an hour either. So we're trying to separate those, but also keep it accessible. So, we've got 1,500, 5,000, 25k.
Yeah.
Just to be very clear, we don't usually play at the 25k mark.
Nowhere there.
I have a couple of bits that are near that, but really that's out of our budget. So, you know, we'd be somewhere in the middle of this most of the time.
Yes, absolutely.
But let's get started. So we are going to both pick first £1,500, Great British pounds.
Yes.
You go first.
Okay, so my first pick, 1,500, would be the Doxa Sub 200T.
Okay.
It's just squeezes in under 15. I think it's 1490.
Something like that. So really just
or
squeezes.
Or 1940 over it is. Yeah. Anyway, fantastic looking watch. Okay. Classic 300T, just smaller. 39mm, lovely on wrist. Some people say it's smaller. I haven't actually tried it on yet, but I really want to. But I think the whole package and what you get is just fantastic. Plus, I love the whole design for screwdriving because I screwdive myself.
Of course, yeah.
So it's just such a great watch.
What colour do you go for?
Oh, orange every time.
Orange every time.
Yeah, the classic orange Doxa.
Okay.
Absolutely love that piece. Obviously, not everyone knows, but the bezel is NDL limit, so non-decompression limit, which is at a certain level you go. You time your dive, and whatever number it has in feet is how far you can go at that depth. Before you come up without decompression, which is
interesting.
What happens on most dives, but it's nice if you don't need to. Usually you have to about 3 or 5 meters below before the surface anyway, because just in case you've got to be safe. But NDO limit, fantastic, really cool watch, great on wrist, love it.
Did not know that at all.
What's yours?
Mine was also going to be a Doxa. So
there you go.
Because I've been searching for watches in this kind of price point myself at this point.
Yes.
But not a Doxa that's anywhere near as technical as what he was just describing. So for me, I actually really like the one that nobody else seems to like, the Sub 200. It's more of a classic looking diver, like as in a basic looking diver, like the Submariner, that type of thing. Look, I get it's hardly a legit Doxa, I get that. But it's nice and slim, wears really nicely. I think they're quite versatile, and for the price point, I want a bit of fun. I would personally go for the white pearl. That's my kind of vibe on that one.
To be fair, it's a nice looking one.
The colour's cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's the thing. Look, it's not. As I say, if you want to go proper Doxa, you don't buy a Sub 200, but that's where I'd be under 1,500. I believe the retail is usually 1,090 on a bracelet and 1,040 on a rubber. They're usually on sale for about 800-900 quid, so for me feels like a reasonable amount of watch for the money.
I feel like with Doxa in general, you do get a lot of watch for the money.
Any price point. I mean, most of the bulk of their range is under £3,000, isn't it? And when you go above that, you're into carbon and things like that, different materials. But Right, so we both got Doxers for the under 1,500. Fantastic. Right, let's move on. Okay. Under 5,000, what have you got?
So, I picked the Tudor Black Bay, not 58, the Tudor Black Bay GMT.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
The classic 41mm Pepsi bezel. I just, when that first came out, actually when it first came out I wasn't bothered at all, I didn't really like GMTs. And then I saw, it was just such a good, it was with James Stacey.
Oh, fine, okay.
Yeah, it was him doing a 5-minute segment on the GMT, and I just fell in love with the whole adventure GMT idea.
Nice.
And from that point on, I've been trying to get that feeling, but still can't.
Okay.
But I just think on wrist it's a great fit. Even if you've got slightly smaller wrists, the way Tudor do it with the female end links, and it's not slim, but the fact that it's quite a narrow lug to lug, just fits well on most wrists.
Okay.
You get that full GMT vibe, and what I like about it is, even though yes, it's basically a carbon copy of the Rolex GMT.
Yeah.
To me, it has more of that go anywhere, do anything vibe. Where if I had a Rolex GMT, I wouldn't take it anywhere. It'd just be in a box.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
I wouldn't want to do anything with it.
Yeah, they're more rugged, the Tudors, aren't they? You want to go out and do things in them.
You want to put scratches on.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, maybe not want, but like.
But you're okay with it.
It adds character. That's what I like about it.
How much are those? Are they $4,000-ish?
Oh god,
they're under 5.
Oh yeah, well under 5. They're like.
Yeah.
I want to say they're like 3.8.
Okay, that's pretty good value.
If not less.
Yeah, and also there's a lot of value in Tudor second hand as well. I mean,
yeah, you can get them for like 2,
low 2s.
3.
Yeah, definitely.
2,
which
4.
feels like a whole lot of watch for that money.
So much money for a watch. Yeah.
Okay. I was going to go Tudor, but I'm now not going to because that would be 2 Tudors and 2 Doxers. So I'm going to bend the rules slightly.
Very well.
And go with, what would I spend? So, yeah, I'm going to bend the rules slightly. At 5,800.
Oh, come on!
I would take the Cartier Dumont Black Lacquer manual wind.
I'll give you that. Fine, I'll give you that. Let's say they give you a discount.
They give I don't know if they will. Well, I've gone abroad and I've got my tax back.
Yes.
And I've snuck into the country and not paid that tax.
Fine.
Just for the record, I've not done that. Don't come after me, HMRC. But that's what I've done, and therefore it's somewhere under $5,000. So the Black Lacquer Dumont, so they're so slim. Usually the Dumonts in the large or the medium size are quartz movements, unless they're precious metal. This is steel. It has black lacquer all over the front of it. The dial is beautiful, 3-dimensional, the classic Roman numerals. But this is the only one at that size in that price point that has a manual wind movement in it.
Does it?
Okay. Their manual wind movements are pretty trash, but at least they're Piaget based. But
I mean, they're not horrendous, but they're not.
No, they're not great. I mean, I think they're 36-hour power reserves, and obviously, I mean, it's a dress watch. It's a fashionable dress watch. So
nothing special, please.
No, so I think that's what I'd probably go for if I was around that level. Obviously, it's not the most hard-wearing watch.
Yeah.
It would be a problem if it was your only watch. But if I had a small collection and I maybe had that Doxer sub 200 in the collection, I feel like the Cartier Dumont would be a nice classy addition to that. And they have an 8-year warranty, so at that price it would last a whole long period of time.
Yeah, fantastic.
25k.
Okay, so I've actually gone quite below this. I have never had, because everything above 20k is a lot more dressy. You don't really, and I'm not really a dressy sort of guy.
Okay.
But this has been, I do like a little bit of rose gold, and this is probably like a lot of people hate this watch, which I find, I wouldn't say weird, but like I understand why. So I chose the 2-tone 40mm Yachtmaster in rose gold.
Okay, yeah.
With the black dial, not the... Oh, actually I still can't decide. Either black or brown dial.
Okay.
I just think and you still get the standard Rolex crown, so it's very... It's water resistant, you can take diving, do anything with it. To me, it's still a rugged watch.
For sure, yeah.
But just has that niceness, that has that a little bit of bling to it that sometimes you want. I think if I was rich and I had a yacht, it would it would be perfect.
If you had a yacht, that would be dirt cheap for you. I promise you that. If you had a yacht, you would not be rocking
I would not be rocking.
No one who owns a yacht has a yacht master. Let's be clear here.
No.
They do not have yacht masters. They have gold Vacherons. They've got Protect complications. But
true.
Anyway, yes, you're right.
To me, it's the perfect.
Yeah.
It's the perfect middle ground between functionality that I like and a bit of a blinginess in it. And I just think rose gold and white people looks fantastic.
I think that's very interesting.
I'm nowhere near hand enough to go and wear gold.
I would, I mean, look, it's a conversation starter. I definitely, when people have chosen that Rolex, there's a few. Look, so many people have Rolexes when you're out and about, but there's a few key ones that you look at and you go, I wonder why they chose that. Yeah. And that's one of them. It's a great watch, obviously. They all are. But I would definitely, I'd be asking that chap, you know, why'd you choose that one? But fair play. That's a lot under budget as well. Yeah,
they're like, I was going to look at buying them when they were like 12 and a half, and now they're like 15 or 16.
Okay, yeah.
So, because gold Rolex has gone up a lot, I think, recently.
So
there's another one coming soon, actually, I believe.
Okay.
As in the next month.
Bloody hell. So I mean, you've got 10 grand spare to buy yourself a yacht, a dinghy,
a plastic rubber dinghy.
You can get a dinghy for 10 grand and then wear your yacht master in it.
It's quite a nice dinghy. Yeah. That'll do me. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, do that.
I've been pretty boring with mine because I've had to assume that if I've got 25k to spend, I probably don't have a lot of other money to spend on other watches to supplement that 25k watch. In the same way that your Yachtmaster would really, in my opinion, be a go anywhere, do anything.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, bit shiny, but it would be. I've taken that same stance and gone a little bit elevated from there. I would just take the Patek Philippe Aquanaut 5167A-001, the standard steel rubber bracelet.
Yeah.
I think it's just over 40 mil, that one.
This is automatic, right?
Yeah, the automatic one. Not the quartz one, no.
Yeah.
I do have a quartz with diamonds Aquanaut, the, I don't know the reference, the khaki one, which I love, but it's obviously not that versatile.
Yeah. It's not your classic black. No. Take anywhere, do anything.
That's the thing. And, you know, if you've got 25k that you've budgeted for a watch and you want to wear it all day, every day, doing anything, that's what I'd go for.
Yeah, that is.
You get the prestige of Patek Philippe. Obviously, you also wear some of the unfortunate comments Thierry Stern has been making recently. Obviously, have been putting a lot of people off. But it's a tough category because realistically, at 25k, you've got entry Vacheron, you've got entry Patek, you've got entry AP, you've got high-end Rolex, you've got not anymore, I guess, as you said, and since the gold prices have gone up. That would have got you a gold Oyster Flex Daytona until about a year and a half ago, and now you're a long way out. So, something steel you can wear every day that is a flex, but also can be understated. I think that's where I go with that.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I think that's a great looking watch.
Okay, well, those are our categories. Honourable mentions. So, give me an honourable mention for one of those categories, something that was close on one of them. This isn't off the cuff, by the way, we haven't planned this bit.
So, for under 5 grand, I'm going to push the limits again to about 7-ish.
Okay.
And I'm taking the mick there, but the Breitling Chronomat chronograph.
Yeah, okay.
The new ones on the new bracelets.
Yeah, okay.
I think they're still rugged enough. You know, they're 100 meters water resistant. They can be worn every day.
Yeah.
They're a little bit flashy, but not too flashy.
Yeah.
And I think you just get not too much value, but you still get a lot of value for the watch.
Okay. Yeah.
I think there's a lot in there that you get.
Colour again? What would you go for?
I don't know. Probably just black.
Black. Keep it simple.
Black.
Yeah. If it was going to be your only watch, I guess as well.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Fair play.
What are you?
Honourable mentions. I'm not going to be obvious and be like Royal Oak. That's just a waste of everyone's time. You know what? I think I'm going to cheat the 5,000 category one more time
again
and say that the best watch you can buy for around that £5,000, like not the best watch in terms of watchmaking, not the best watch in terms of movement, but the best watch overall package prestige, wearability, go anywhere, do anything, functionality, wearability, blah blah blah, all of that.
Yeah.
Just get an Oyster Perpetual 36. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
fine. It's a little bit above.
Yeah.
It's, I think they're 5.4 now, maybe 5.3, something like that.
Yeah.
But if you're going to buy one watch and be done with it, and you're in around that £5,000, which tends to be where most people are when they think luxury.
When I used to be in the industry, I used to get a lot of people come in and be like, I've had a yearly bonus.
Yeah.
And for a lot of like big companies, that's usually anywhere from like what, $2.5 to like $7,000.
Yeah.
So a lot of people will be like, right, I've got 5-6K.
Yeah.
Give me a watch.
It is the sweet spot, isn't it?
So that's, a lot of people go around that area.
Which is, I guess, it's why it's a bit of a shame that the OPs aren't really that available, because I'd imagine you'd have loads of people with that mindset going in and grabbing.
Would have made so much money.
But for me, on the market right now, I have a pink already, actually, and if I didn't have the pink, I'd just rebuy the pink. But given that I've got it, pistachio.
It's a lovely
Gonna get on the hype. Beige is too beige.
Yeah,
it's just a bit. Lavender is too close to my
the
pink. Yeah, I think they call it lavender or lilac. But yeah, the pistachio is cool.
It's a good looking watch.
So that would be where I'd be on my honourable mention. I know I pushed the category again, but
that's
so
fair play. That's great.
Well,
let us know what you think. We want your 1,500, 5,000, and 25,000 opinions.
Yeah, 100%.
Great to hear.
Yeah, let us know what you think on the different categories. We hope that you've got difference of opinion to us. Let us know what you think on our ones as well.
Yeah.
Recaps, we got both Doxers in the 1,500s. We've gone Tudor GMT for 5,000. Cartier cheated. Aquanaut for me in the under 25k, and the Yachtmaster two-tone in Rose for under 25.
Beautiful.
Let us know. Have a lovely day.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Bye.
Bye-bye.